Hey, family, thank you so much for joining me again. So, I wanted to talk with you about some more downloads or uploads or whatever that I got. If you want to work with me, my information is in the description below. If you want to attract more love into your life, attract more of the relationships or friendships that you want into your life, if you want to attract more abundance, wealth, prosperity, business, clients into your life, if you want to create the life that you want, if you're getting ready for an upcoming date, or maybe an interview or something like that, let me know if I can help you with that. If you're interested in working through racial trauma or discrimination issues, or if you're interested in working through um, other types of trauma, sexual assault, abuse, things like that, let me know. And I would be excited to talk with you and see if we would be a good fit to work together. You might hear some noise in the background, some distractions. So distractions have been coming up lately, and no surprise, dirty tricks, things that the enemy, the evil ones, are trying to do to stop us from getting messages out, from talking about the twin flame union and love that's coming in, that's so exciting and fulfilling, and just a light in the darkness sometimes. So again, let me get into the reading. So again, I want to talk about health issues, and I talked about it again, and it has been ramped up tremendously lately, that I know it's just a lot, from cancer diagnoses to someone passing away to just women's, reproductive health issues and things like that, just back to back to back. And even though the balance is restored in other ways, in this way, I think we need everyone's good energy, continued prayers, faith above that, to believe that the balance is going to be restored on the spiritual plane as well. And that's the most important place for it to be restored. And so just encouraging everyone to stay together, to pray together, to believe together, have faith together that this stuff is going to be slowed down. Of course, we know how it ends. We win. Right now, we're just going through the motions of figuring it out. Something else, so as far as health issues are concerned, do not feel defeated. Do not give up. Continue to take care of yourself, your health, your body, and see how things will turn around, how this thing is going to be reversed with the cancer, with things being healed. There have been people that have turned it around, that have reversed it, so that have defeated these evil things. And, something else that's important to consider with health issues, this is calling you, all of us, to take care of our bodies better, to take care of ourselves in general better, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, socially, all those different ways. Take care of yourself better. It is calling you on the carpet. If you line, I was talking about the shadow the other day. You will be exposed. So you might as well just come out and tell the truth now, so that you don't have to go through stuff like this. If you are doing stuff that you know you need to stop doing to your body, I know it is difficult. Ask for help, ask for help so someone can support you if you need the support. Stop lying. Just tell the truth. You're going to be exposed. You don't have to believe me. It's coming. And I'm laughing because sometimes the exposure is the funniest thing that you'll ever see. And you'll be like, I did not expect that to happen. And you will laugh at yourself. But just know, God ain't playing with nobody right now. So you're going to be exposed if you're not telling the truth. That's all I'm saying. You might as well just get it over with and just tell the truth. Um, so But the shadow work is important. That's work that we should be doing every day so that we can actually get uproot that stuff that's been buried deep and you thought that you were hiding it, and all along it's been seeping out and embarrassing you and shaming you. Um, so just work on it. Something that's important for you to consider. And a song came up for me, and it was kind of a sad song. And I was thinking to myself, why is that song coming up? But it's because um, there are a lot of things that are happening. Um, in your past, maybe you had a partner, a karmic partner, or, another type of partner that it didn't work out with, but they maybe recently, maybe in the recent past, keep in mind, I always say it, but take what resonates, leave the rest. If it doesn't fit, don't try to force it. um I'm saying divine masculine, sometimes I mean divine feminine, sometimes I'll say divine feminine, I mean divine masculine. Apply it to your situation however it works for you. But what I was talking about is you might have recently, and this is a timeless reading, so it could be talking about your past, present, or future. You might have left someone in the recent past and they were sad, and they've been sad and upset, and they know, they can feel the energy shift. They know that you're moving on and they're sad about it. And it might have been the song by Boyz II Men, The End of the Road, or it was something like that, where I was like, why is this song coming up? Somebody is sad and they're upset because they lost you, but they know that you're moving on to someone great and you deserve it. So do not go back. Do not get caught up in your feelings. Do not let them catch you off guard. Continue to move forward toward the person that's going to give you everything that you want and need. They want to take care of you. Something else, in keeping with that, your new partner, and I always say this, that I'm a twin flame as well. Your new partner might be afraid of your psychic abilities, but what's tripped out now is that in their connection with you and in general, they're going through some experiences right now, personal growth, development, rebirth, transformation, transmutation, all types of stuff they're going through. They've been enlightened, some of them, and what's going on is that they're developing psychic abilities now more than they had in the past. And if they had them in the past, they're just being increased, and they're freaking out a little bit because they considered walking away from you. And for me, when I really let it sink in, I was moved to tears about it because I know my psychic abilities almost led to, and actually it's not my psychic abilities, but him knowing about the psychic abilities, I'll say, and his feelings about psychics, or, psychic abilities being spiritual and things like that, led him to almost walk away. Now, for me, it is tough because I've had friends, that I know the way that they acted was so crappy at times. And it was kind of like, I know a lot of things before they'll happen. I dream about the future. I can read people, and situations and all types of stuff. And there were times when I said, if I didn't know, what would it be like? Never, I'm encouraging you, never be ashamed of your gifts, always be proud of yourself. It happened to my mom that people around her didn't want. And she was a little kid when she got called. And I was too, but, she got a voice, calling. And for me, as a kid, my mom, my dad, they were so loving. They were so encouraging. They really embraced me. I had amazing parents. And I just thought everyone had the same type of parents. It didn't make sense to me until I got to be an adult. And then I realized that so many people, parents are discouraging them, not encouraging. They're not wanting them to have their goals met or their dreams reach their goals or do what they want to do, live the lives that they want to live because they didn't. So I say to you, do not be ashamed. Always be proud of your gifts. And if somebody won't rock with you because you have these gifts and abilities, let them go. Because if it's me, as much as I love him, I love God more. God is the one who gave me him and everyone else. So anybody can walk away as long as I have God. And that's enough. Because God is going to build everything around me that I need. So it doesn't matter if someone else walks away. It's hard. I'm not saying that it wouldn't be difficult. And now God is like, okay, you're saying this out of your mouth. Sometimes God is funny putting me to the test, but anybody can walk away. It's okay. And I just pray that God will strengthen me to get through everything that I need to get through to get to the other side of it. But just know there are some people, and that didn't even come out of his mouth. He probably doesn't even know that I know. He didn't say anything directly to me about it. But when I first came clean, I will say, I said that I was a spiritual healer. And people know, everyone doesn't know exactly what it means, but people know, I have psychic abilities and things. I'm not sorry. I was shaking in my boots because I put it out on social media. And I was wondering if everyone at that time would, basically walk away, because it did happen to my mom. And that's one of those generational curses that had to be broken. I don't care who knows, they might as well know now, or they'll see, and it's okay. So, well, distractions are coming, of course, so I gotta make sure that I'm continuing. I cannot stop because of distractions, but this is just another example of a distraction trying to come up. It won't work. But so it's okay. Be proud of yourself and your gifts, your abilities, because so many people want them. They're jealous. They want to know about the future. They want to be able to read and all this stuff. And a lot of people will even pretend that they can, and they can't do what you do. So be proud, be excited about what is to come in the future as well. So another song that came up was Let It Linger. There's this it's a kind of old school song. If you hear something in the background, I'm trying to kill a mosquito. But there's a song, and the lyrics say, I'm such a fool for you. You have me wrapped around your finger. Do you have to let it linger? Do you have to? Do you have to? Do you have to let it linger? And I think this is how the divine masculine feels about you. You have him wrapped around your finger. He says, I'm such a fool for you. And if it's guys, it's the divine feminine saying, you have me wrapped around your finger. I'm such a fool for you. That's the way divine masculine feels. He's so in love with you. He's head over heels and he doesn't know what to do with himself. Sometimes he'll be just sitting, staring at you, or if it's your pictures or videos, he'll be staring at your pictures and videos, and he'll be daydreaming and visualizing what it's going to be like to be with you. And he absolutely is smitten. He recently just let himself love you and be in love. And he's in love with you beyond just loving you. He's in love with you. And he don't know what to do. But he's happy because he's finally free and he's doing the thing that he really wanted to do in the first place, which is just be in love with you. And another part of that, just being in love with you, he's free. He's doing what he wants to do now, not what everyone else told him to do. He might be, I talked about this before, you might see some pictures of him coming up too. He's doing stuff as well to act out, to get your attention. So, but you can see, and I can read pictures and things, so you can see some things going on in the pictures that are evidence of him transforming, changing into a new person. And it is beautiful. So just look out to, if you see any pictures coming up of the divine masculine, stunning, enlightened, just amazing pictures. Continue, the spirit is saying, continue to work toward this union. Do not give up. Do not give in. Even if you're seeing, some things, like I'm talking about, that might be discouraging, or things that are trying to distract you. Don't give up. Continue on the path. Yes, but that song came up, I'm such a fool for you. You have me wrapped around your finger. He'll do anything that you ask him to do. The two of you in the next couple months will be seeing each other, be coming into union. It should be. And he's very excited and he's antsy and he's wondering, am I going to be good enough for her? So he is planning something amazing and it is going to go over great. He is going to try to wine you and dine you, try to seduce you, maybe wants to take you out to a nice place, maybe wants to fly you out to a nice place. Maybe wants to take you out to eat, or maybe wants to take you on a trip for your first date and like a weekend getaway or a week getaway or something like that. But he wants to do something to get your attention because he wants you to be in love with him just as much as he's in love with you. He doesn't know. And you can, this is the thing about being in love. You can tell someone every day, every single day, I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. But because of the way they feel about you, sometimes they're not sure. And they want the reassurance from you. Do they need it? Not necessarily. It would be nice for them. They want it. They want you to tell them that I miss you, I love you, and all this stuff. And they'll act out to get your attention, to get you to say something to them to that effect, because they want to know that you still love them, that you still care about them. They want attention, but they want it from you, not just any old random person, but you, because it means so much from you, the person they're in love with. They want to spend their life with. They want to have children with you. They want to get married. They want to have generational wealth with you. They want to build businesses. They want to have lots and lots of money with you so you can do whatever you want. You can, as a couple, travel around, do all types of stuff in business, do whatever you want. They want to make your dreams reality. They want to be the ones to do it for you. They just want to see you happy. They want to know what makes you happy, and they want to deliver it to you. That's when they're the happiest. And, you might have been in relationships where people are like, I just want to be happy. He doesn't make me happy. She doesn't make me happy. Instead, why don't you focus on helping the other person to be happy? And it can enhance your happiness. That's what your divine masculine or divine feminine is focused on, making you happy. So just keep that in mind. Reciprocate. But another song. This is the song. It wasn't The End of the Road. It was Ruben Studdard. Don't you remember you told me you loved me? That's appropriate for what I was just talking about, right? He wants you to tell him again. Don't you remember you told me you loved me? You said you'd be coming back this way again. I love you. I really do. The song is very appropriate. Don't you remember you told me you love me? He has doubts because you don't tell him every single day, because the two of you aren't physically together yet. And if you are, he wants you to tell him every day. Tell me you love me again. He'll tell you day in and day out. He wants you to tell him. Or if it's, divine feminine, she wants you to tell her. Something else that came up. Oh, the song by Shawn Mendes, Treat You Better. I don't know if that's the title of the song, but he's singing, he can treat you better. I know I can treat you better than he can. And any girl like you deserves a gentleman. Tell me, why are you wasting time on all this wasted crying when you can be with me instead? I know I can treat you better than he can. And I think it's the divine masculine saying to you, whatever you've been through in the past, or if you're with someone now that's not treating you right, I know I can treat you better. I know I can love you the right way. I know that I can show you that I care about you more. I know that I can be there for you. I know that I'll give you better love than anyone ever has before. And that's what the divine masculine is saying. I know I can treat you better than you can. And he's a gentleman. I was thinking about that. This thing kept popping up to me, gentleman, gentleman, gentleman. And I heard someone else talking about it too in the video. But he is a gentleman. He wants to court you. He wants to romance you. He wants to buy you flowers if you like flowers or other gifts. He wants to speak your love language so that you'll fall in love with him. He don't know all the while that you're already in love with him. And that's the thing about this, that you're thinking you got to work, you got to do all this stuff, and you got to try so hard and all this. You don't. You already won him over. Same thing with him. He doesn't know. He ain't got to try that hard. He already won you over. But let him do nice things for you. Allow him to do that, because he really wants to work for this. He really wants to do this. And if it's divine feminine, she really wants to work for it. She really wants to do this. She really wants to treat you like a king. He really wants to treat you like a queen. Let him do that. And you do the same for them, so that both of you are honoring each other and really going all out, because you both deserve this. You both deserve the red carpet treatment. So give it to each other. Another song that was coming up was not, well, a couple of songs were coming up, but Moulin Rouge came up. And, Pink, Christina Aguilera, Kim, Maya, they made Lady Marmalade. And what I get from that is a couple of things. One, that the divine masculine is very passionate about you, and he thinks of you as a goddess, and you could get him all caught up doing what you do and your physical intimacy with them and your love making, and they'll feel like they're on cloud nine, and they'll never leave. They'll always stay with you. But I think that's what it is, that you are so beautiful, that you're so they love the way you look. If you're a man, you're handsome, you have curves, or you have muscles, or you have whatever popping out in all the right places, and they love the way you look. You're beautiful to them. And they only want you. They think about you. Like I said, they could be sitting looking at your picture. They're always thinking about you. But just keep that in mind. Another part of Moulin Rouge that came up was, it's possible that someone tried to traffic you in the past, or them in the past, that they've been treated badly, may have been sexually assaulted or something like that. And just keep in mind, you're dealing with a human being, and they've had experiences, you've had experiences. Be gentle with each other. Be gentle with each other, because sometimes, like, I was listening to another video as well, and it's been a while, but those things, keep in mind that part of the reason that you're giving them time and you're taking time, and 2 months is not long, 2.5 months, whatever. It is not long. And they're kind of scared to meet you, because in their mind, you are a goddess or a god, to them, you're so special, you're sacred. And they want to make sure that they're up to par. So when you see them, when you're with them, like, they're making the greatest impression, because they want to be with you forever. So when you come into union, if you haven't already, keep in mind that they think of you that way. They almost worship you. And you're going to be better, different. You're going to treat them better than anyone has. And they know that. And they're going to treat you better than anyone has. And you need to know that. It won't be these games. It won't be people. They won't have to guess how you feel, because you're going to let them know. It's so important, though, to know. A lot of people have gone through trauma. They've been assaulted, abused. They survived it, and they want a soft place to land. That is you. You could be like their home, their sanctuary. And they will probably talk to you about some of these things and be in tears, because they know that it is over. They're out of it, and they have you now, and you have them. If you've been through it, you have them now. Something else that came up to me was that, there might be, I don't know if I would describe it very well, but I'm going to attempt to. So behind something that you're familiar with, maybe it's about your divine masculine or divine feminine, behind something that you're familiar with as it relates to them, you're going to see something that looks scary. Overcome it together. So, for example, I had a pot in the sink that I was about to wash. And when I moved the pot, there was a spider back there. Some people say spiders are good luck. But the spider, I killed the spider. But the thing is, the spider ain't going to do nothing to me. It wasn't hard to kill. But for you, you might think, because, and it might be related to this thing I was talking about with the Moulin Rouge, Lady Marmalade, that there might be that stuff, the dark stuff, the sad stuff, the stuff that's happened to them. It might look like it's terrible, but you too can overcome it together. So just keep in mind, and it might be like you might be coming into union with someone who's really, 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 really rich. And you might also be getting abundance coming into your life, whether it's business, clients coming, a new job, a raise. It could be an inheritance. You could win the lottery, win sweepstakes. The list goes on and on. But that could be part of it, that it looks like, they're rich and they're great and this and that, but they have traumas in their past, things that have happened to them. It also could be they could have so much stuff and you like, are you kidding me? How do you wrap your head around this? How do you adjust to a life where you can live like this? You do it together, because that person started from humble beginnings, and they came into this. They worked super hard, or they got an inheritance, but it sounds like they worked really hard to get to where they are, and they're skilled and they're intelligent and all that. And just like they adjusted to it, you can too, but they want you to share this life with them. So keep in mind, they're not trying to shame you or make you feel bad, because you didn't come from that place. And maybe you're wealthy, but you ain't that wealthy. When you see the level that you see they've achieved, you just be like sometimes, oh my God. And I remember having experiences myself where I had these dreams, and it was God introducing me to a different level. And I'm working, seeing, houses while I'm working that are like millions of dollars, and just crazy, huge, beautiful homes, and some homes that take up a block or two. And it's like, dang, but your divine masculine or divine feminine might have more than that, way, way more than that. So you have to be comfortable in your own skin and with yourself, and they'll help you to become more comfortable with that. But I remember having these dreams and having this feeling like I'm in over my head, and that was part of it. That this person's going to introduce you to a life you may have never lived, never seen, never imagined, dreamed of, none of that, fantasized about. But this is why you got to continue to do your dream building, visualization, looking at pictures, doing your vision boards, watching videos, so you can continue to expose yourself to the good life, because it's coming into you, and you want to be ready, is what I would say. I would say another thing a couple more things before I end the video. One, get ready. Clean out your storage, purge, clean out your house, figure out what you need to take with you, what you're going to leave. Get things in order before you go, so that you don't have to worry about all this stuff. Remember, some of you are going overseas, so some of you are going to different countries and stuff like that. Remember, in the past, I talked about eloping. You might elope. You can get married in Vegas, and from what I understand, it's legal all over the world. So just keep that in mind. You could just go to Vegas, get married. Okay. The last thing that has been coming up for me is the university. You need to learn something. There's something you need to know, and I know myself. There's some things that I'm going to be working on. Make sure that you're not spending time on stuff you shouldn't be spending time on, wasting time. Spend time on stuff you know you need to spend time on. Prioritize. Use your time wisely. Sometimes you cannot help the situation that you're in until you can, and when you can, do it. All right. So that's it for me. Thank you so much again for joining me, family. I hope this information was helpful, interesting for you. I'll bring you another video soon. Try not to make it as long between videos, and look forward to hearing from you. your feedback, or like I said, if you want to work with me, attracting the love you want, the relationships you want, the business, the money, the wealth, the riches, the, clients, the health, the weight that you want, reducing stress, getting ready for interviews or, dates, things like that, vacations. And I will look forward again, like I said, to talking with you again soon. Thank you. Love ya.